Hey y'all, welcome back to Hattie's Pilates January workouts. This is workout number 3. I'm so glad y'all liked one and 2. This is going to be another full body. I'm going to be using 2-pound wrist weights. We're going to be changing them between our wrists and our ankles. These are totally optional, so if you do not have them, do not worry. Anytime we do the arm movements, you can totally have 2 or 3 pound hand weights set aside. You can grab one of those whenever we're working our arms. Otherwise, again, no worries if you do not. I'm using 2 pounds. You can do 1, 2, or 3, whatever you have at home. So let's get started. Okay, y'all, we are going to start with some posterior chain work, meaning we're working the whole back side of our body. So we're going to be lying prone position, which is face down. Come down onto your stomach, onto the mat. I want you to just think about lengthening the spine nice and long. Our arms are going to come to a field goal position. So just a 90-degree angle, just like a goal post. So that's how we're going to start warming up through just our traps, our lats, our deltoid muscles, our hamstrings, our glutes, just the whole back side of our body. So what I want you to do is I want you to just rest the forehead down on the mat and just take a few deep inhales. And exhale all your air out, just pushing the shoulders down the spine, away from your ears. So just relaxing through the scapula here. So we're going to start with just a spinal extension. So we're going to lift our chest up off of the mat. And I want you to think about pushing your palms down into the floor. So we're going to fire up the backs of those arms, the backs of the shoulders. Try not to shrug your shoulders here. Just relax. Try to push those shoulder blades down your spine. And then carefully, nice and slow, you're going to roll back down. Take another inhale. Exhale all your air out. We're going to inhale. Press up. So we're just in a little mini swan position with elbows slightly bent. Try to push into the floor, into your mat. Really extending the spine here. And exhale. Coming back down. All right, let's do one more and then we'll start to burn out through our upper body. So I want you to take an inhale, lift head, neck, and shoulders. If you want to, you can lift those toes, those ankles off of the mat, squeezing the hamstrings and glutes. And then exhale as you roll back down. All right, so from here, you guys, we're just going to build on to what we just did. So when we lift our head, neck, and shoulders for that spinal extension, we're going to bring our arms with us. So keeping the elbows bent, elbows are right outside of your shoulders, perfect 90-degree angle. You're just going to inhale, lift up, squeeze, try to pinch those shoulder blades together, and exhale, resist back down. All right, you guys, we're going to be here for 30 seconds. Just starting to work through our upper thoracic spine, our lats, our traps, the deltoid muscle, which is the shoulder rotator cuff muscle. Breathing through this, and then we'll start to add on. We're going to lift our legs with it. 10 more seconds. Exhale on the way down. You always want to take an inhale when you're extending the spine. Let's add our legs with it in 3, 2, and 1. This time when you lift the shoulders, lift the elbows, you're going to try to lift your thighs off the mat and exhale back down. Inhale, lift it up and exhale back down. All right, you guys, let's go 20 more seconds here. Whoa, just really working through that spine. So good for us. Whoa, the backs of my arms are already burning here. All right, 5 seconds. We're going to rest. 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest it down here. All right, you guys, we're going to add on with our arms here. This time, we're going to lift the chest, option to lift the legs too. Don't stress so much about the lower body here. I just really care about our upper thoracic spine and all of the muscles around our shoulders. So you're going to be lifting up. The arms are going to reach long. You're going to bend the elbows, and then you're going to come back down and rest. Now you can rest your head to the right, to the left, whatever feels comfortable for you. I personally alternate just so I can work through that cervical spine. All right, you guys, let's get started. We have a full 60 seconds here. So we're going to lift, extend, and push Superman. Bend the elbows and lower back down. We lift, reach, try to pull the elbows to your hip bones, and then lower back down. Whew. We lift, reach, pull, bending the elbows, and we lower back down. All right, you guys, working through this here. Try to find your triceps, the backs of your arms, your lat muscles, right underneath your armpits, as we pull those elbows to your hips. You got it, guys. We have 15 seconds. Lift, reach, pull it down, and lower. We're going to hold in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to hold the elbows nice and bent, nice and wide here. You're just going to pulse the elbows up. The whole arms, try to reach those elbows to the ceiling. Let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7. Try to pinch those shoulder blades together. In 6, we rest. 5, 4, last 3, 2, 1, and rest. We have one more exercise in prone position, and I am winded. All right, now our arms are going to reach right over our head. And we're going to move into a swimmer, just like we were flying like Superman. We're going to hover one arm off of the floor, off of the mat, while the opposite leg lifts. We're alternating opposite arm, opposite leg. Just like we're kicking, we're swimming in the water. So it's going to go a little bit quicker than what we just did, but we are going to go for a full 60 seconds. I'm going to lift my right arm, lift my left leg, and then I switch. Switch, switch. So when you're switching, the opposite arm is resting on the floor. All right, guys, let's get started. In 3, 2, 1, we go full 60. You can start off slow just to get the rhythm of it. I want you guys to relax the scapula here. Try not to shrug the shoulders up into the ears, keeping the spine nice and long, holding that tennis ball right underneath your chin so you're not straining your neck here. Whoops, I just messed up. Alternating arms, alternating legs here. Find those glutes, find those hamstrings. Halfway there, you guys, 30 seconds to go. If you can, pick up the pace. If you feel a pinch, any type of pain, then I want you to ditch the weights. Yeah, just do this with no weight. We're going to be off our stomachs. 10 more seconds. We have 5. In 4, we're going to take a rest. Last 3, 2, and 1. Whew. So pretty, guys. Let's take just a cat cow to stretch out our spine here. So that we can exhale. Try to push those back ribs up towards the ceiling, really pushing out of those shoulder sockets. And then take an inhale, arch your back, reach your head up towards the ceiling. And do just a couple more of those to stretch it out. Good job, warm-up is done. You should have a wrist weight on your right wrist and left ankle. So we are going to continue working our right arm and start working our left glute and hamstring. So we are going to come back onto our hands and knees where we just were for a little stretch. Now, if you have sensitive knees, I do recommend maybe doubling up your mat. You can fold it in, or if you have a soft pillow that isn't too fluffy, that will kind of mess up your balance, or just extra padding for your left knee. So moving into a bird dog here, we're going to be working our left leg, right arm. Left leg is going to reach long. So my toes are resting just on the mat. My right arm is going to reach long. Now, my right palm is facing in towards my left leg, and the top of my foot is resting on the floor. I don't want you to dump all of your weight into the supporting arm, the supporting shoulder. Same with this knee and hip, yeah? So you want to center off your weight. Really use this core to help stabilize you. So spine is nice and long. You don't want to scrunch through your neck and shoulders here. We're just going to inhale, reach the right arm and left leg, and exhale, tap the floor. So this left palm should be right underneath the shoulder, pressing out of that shoulder socket. We're going to go 60 seconds here. You're just going to lift and tap. Lift and tap. Now, try not to arch this back here. I don't care how high you go. I just want your back to be nice and flat here. Kind of just a neutral spine. So if that means your leg just lifts this high, it's totally fine. If the arm and leg is too much, ditch the arm. Yeah, I care more about the leg here. Breath work here, totally up to you as well. I personally like to exhale on my way down because that reminds me to just slow down my pace. Just check out here. Find that left hamstring, left glutes. We're still working that right arm. You got it, you guys. We're going to switch up this movement here, but we're going to stay in quadruped position. Well, I should say single leg position. Let's go in 5, 4, in 3, we're going to hold the arm and leg up. 2, 1. This time I want you to flip the right palm to the floor. Now I want you to pull your right elbow to left knee and flip the palm up towards the ceiling. And I want you to think of this as like a little crunch. So when you pull the arm to the knee, you're scooping your abs. You're taking a deep exhale. Use that core to really try to tap the right elbow to left knee. And then I'm going to flip the palm to the floor. Take an inhale, lengthen long. So let's get started. 60 seconds. You exhale. Inhale, reach it long. Follow your palm with your gaze. Your right palm with your gaze. You want this cervical spine to follow whatever your upper thoracic spine is doing. Inhale, reach it long. Exhale, pull it in. Keep going. If you need to take a break, always shake it out. Just try to get right back into it. 15 seconds. We have a hold. We're going to hold our arm and leg nice and long in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the right arm and left leg long. I just want you to pulse the leg only for 10, 9, 8. Find that glute, that butt cheek. 7, 6. Keep the abs nice and tight here. Don't let that belly hang. Last 5. In 4, we take a reset. 3. Last 2. And 1. Pull it in. So good, you guys. Okay, just take a little brief second off of this left shoulder. We do have another part here, which I'm going to show you facing this way so you can see. So what's going to happen is your right arm is going to sweep out to the right as your left leg sweeps out to the left. And then you're going to exhale, pull it back through center. So now we're working more of our waistline here, using our obliques to really bring that arm and leg back to center. I promise I'm going to get you off your palm and your knees soon. Right arm, left leg is nice and long. We just have 10 reps here. So we're going to sweep it out as wide as you can. Try not to lift your hips, keeping those hip bones square towards the floor. We exhale, pull it back in. Let's go. Inhale out. Exhale, pull it in. Let's go for 10. 9, 8, it's 7. We're going to take another rest. 6, 5, In 4, you guys, we rest. You can do it. For 3, use those obliques. Use that core. 2, 1 more. We catch our breath. 1 and rest. Woo, good work, you guys. All right. One more part in this position, and then we'll get to lie on our side. I am going to turn this way so you can see my arm. We are going to do a little tricep press back with that right arm and a left leg extension with that left leg. Let's get started. So you're going to exhale, lengthen it nice and long. You can either point the toes or flex. I don't really care, but I just want your ankle joint engaged because it engages more of your muscles throughout your leg, throughout your glutes, than if you have just a flailing dead fish for a foot. All right, exhale, press it back. All right, you guys, now for the tricep, you don't want to move your elbow up and down. That's going to take it out of the back of the arm. Try to keep that armpit squeeze nice and tight. Almost like you're trying to hold like $100 bill in your armpit. Exhale, press. We have a hold coming, you guys. 15 seconds. Remember not to arch that lower back. You don't want to be moving up and down through the lower spine. In 5, we're going to reach it nice and long. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the arm, hold the leg straight. We're going to pulse both up. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. You got it. 5. And 4, we rest. 3, last 2, 1, and rest. All right, great job, you guys. Okay, moving into our left leg sideline series, working our outer thigh move. I'm going to ditch the weight on my right wrist, just for comfort here, but keep the weight on your left ankle if you're using a weight. So similar to what we did in workout 1 with the soft Pilates ball, you want your spine to be aligned with the side of your mat. I like to press my palm into the mat to prevent myself from dumping into this whole right side, my right ribs, all of that. All right, so from here, you guys, you can just either rest your head in your right palm, or if you would like to, you can lie your head all the way down. Again, ankle is either pointed or flexed. My knees are in a perfect 90-degree angle. My knees are right in front of my hips. I'm going to float my left leg up to be in line with my hip here. So you don't want it higher, you don't want it lower. You want to find that sweet spot that burns through the whole outside of your left leg. So what we're going to do is I'm going to flex my foot here. Personally, I connect more when I flex. So I'm just going to extend my leg out. Now I'm not high, I'm not low. I'm keeping my leg just in line with my hip the whole time. So the outside of my leg should start to burn. I'm going to exhale out and inhale, bend. So I do tell my clients, I want you to pretend like you're trying to pop that booty back, almost like you're trying to twerk. So your lower back should be slightly arched, because whenever you have a posterior tilt here, you're not going to get as deep of a burn into this outer thigh and glute where you really want it to work and twerk. So exhale, press it out, inhale, we bend. All right, guys, we're going to be here for 30 more seconds, and then we're going to layer onto this. Now, this one gets nice and spicy, so if you need to take a rest, pound out the glute, just try to get right back into it. In 15 seconds, we're going to add a little kick up towards the ceiling from our straight leg. Moving nice and slow, you guys. The slower you move, the more you're really going to connect. You're going to feel what muscles are working. In 3, 2, and 1. Now you're going to lengthen that leg. You're going to kick the leg up. I'm keeping that foot flexed. Lower, and then we bend it back in. So we extend. We lift, lower, and bend. Ooh. Oh, yeah. I love sideline series. Works all the areas. that you want to get toned and taut. We lift, lower, bend, extend, lift, lower, bend. Now you can speed this one up a little bit if you would like to. Just breathe through it, you guys. Try not to lose the form here. Remember to keep the ankle either pointed or flexed. 15 seconds. And we have a hold. I'll give you a rest after. In 5, we're going to hold that leg straight. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Legs stay straight. We pulse it up, up, up. Let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. We take a rest in 4. Last 3, 2, 1. Lower. All right, take a little reset here. I always have to pound out my glute muscles here. Check on my alignment. Now from here, we're going to go for a straight leg sweep. So lengthening the leg all the way out. My supporting knee is still in line with my hip. My hips are stacked. My shoulders are stacked. Foot is flexed. You're going to inhale. Sweep the leg forward. I would say sweep it until this left knee is stacked right on top of the right. You're going to exhale, sweep it back. Inhale, sweep it forward. Exhale, sweep it back. All right, you guys, we have 60 seconds here. Inhale. Exhale, sweep it back. Ooh. So think about hinging from this hip, yeah? The hip is a ball and socket joint, just like our shoulders. So you don't want to sway the hip with it. You want to just think about that ball rotating through that socket as we sweep it back and forth. Inhale forward. Exhale, sweep it back. Woo, so good, you guys. We have 20 seconds. Inhale. Exhale. Use your breath to help you here, you guys. Woo, that booty. I love it. Hurts so good. All right, you guys. In 5, 4, we're going to hold that leg to a diagonal. In 3, 2, 1. You're going to hold the leg forward slightly at a diagonal. I would say right behind the supporting knee. We're going to trace circles, basketball size. Let's go for 10. Keep that foot flexed or pointed. 9, 8, 7, and 6. We're going to reverse it. 5. Last 4. You got it. For 3, 2, 1. We reverse it, you guys, for 10. Woo! 9. Lead with the butt cheek. 8, 7, and 6. We get to rest. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. We are going to switch our ankle weights here. So that ankle weight now is going to come on the right leg. And the other weight is going to be around your left wrist. So starting with the bird dog, I will face this direction so you can see my leg. So we're coming back to quadruped position. So on our palms, on our knees. This time our right leg is going to reach long. Left fingertips reach long. So my left palm is facing inward. I'm just going to lift up and tap down. I want you to focus now. We're working the opposite leg and hamstring, glute, opposite arm. Now remember, this is that shoulder rotator cuff muscle. So the shoulder, that ball is just rolling in the socket. Yeah, so I'm just almost like I'm pressing the shoulder back to lift it up. Yeah, so I'm not shrugging my shoulder as I lift. All right, you guys, I'm looking at the timer. Remember not to arch your back here. We're just lifting and lowering. I want you to press out of that right shoulder socket. Try not to dump the weight. We lift and tap it down. Lift and tap. Squeezing that right butt cheek to lift. Try to keep the right leg nice and locked out. You don't want to bend it because that's going to take it out of your right hamstring. All right, you guys, keep it up. We have 20 seconds here. Exhale, lift. We're going to hold it at the top. For that bird dog, we're going to tap the left elbow to right knee in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it out. Now this left palm is going to reach up towards the ceiling. You're going to exhale. Think of this upside down crunch here. Pull the right knee to left elbow and then flip the palm to face the floor as you reach it long. Timer's already started here. 60 seconds. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull it in. Remember to follow your spine with the movement. Keeping that tennis ball right beneath the chin. Looking at the time. You got it, guys. 30 seconds. We have a hold coming up. We're just going to pulse the leg. 10 seconds. Woo, in 5, 4, we hold it long. 3, 2, 1, hold it. We just pulse the legs. 10, 9, 8, 7, focus on the form. 6, in 5, we take a reset. 4, last 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, so now we're moving on to this little move where our left arm's going to reach out to the left, right leg reaches out to the right, and then you're going to pull it back through center. So I want you to focus on using these obliques, those transverse abdominals, those corset muscles that wrap around the ribs. Remember, we had 10 reps here, and then we'll get another rest. Right leg reaches long, left arm reaches long in front of you. You're going to inhale, sweep it out to the side. Exhale, zip it back through center. Let's go 10 more. For 10. 9, focus on that core. 8. 7. 6, you got it, guys. In 5, get another reset. 4, 3, try not to dump the weight into these shoulders. 2, 1 more. And rest. Nice work, you guys. All right, I'm going to turn this direction. We're going to finish this little series with this tricep kickback, right leg extension. So let's go 60 seconds. Let's just get right into it. You're going to exhale, lengthen the leg, lengthen the left arm, and you bend it in. Now, breath work here. You can either exhale on the way in, just as a reminder to slow it down. But I do want you to always exhale at your heaviest point. So if it's harder for you to get the leg out, then take an exhale on the way out. Some days it's harder for me to get it in because when you move nice and slow as you bend that knee, it's spicy. All right, keeping that elbow nice and lifted, squeezing that armpit. We have a pulse. "20 seconds. Pushing out of that shoulder socket, you guys. Try not to dump the weight in that right side. 10 seconds. Keep it up. We're going to pulse the arm and the leg in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it nice and long. We pulse it up. Keep the abs nice and tight for 10, 9, 8. Put it all through that right butt cheek. 7, 6, 5, 4. We rest in 3. Last 2, 1, and rest. All right, we have the sideline series, and then we're going to finish with abs. So I'm going to ditch this wrist weight on my left arm, keeping it on the right ankle. Now we're going to lie on our left side, and I want you to align your tailbone, those shoulder blades, up against the mat. Pop that booty out, arch your lower back. Legs are in a perfect 90-degree angle. Knees are in line with your hip. We're going to float this right leg up, flex the foot, or point your toes, whatever works best. We're going to lengthen that leg long and bend it in. So again, same thing with the breath work here, you guys. If you need to exhale when you press it out, do whatever feels best for you. Just focus on your body. Focus on the muscles. Really picture the muscles that are working. Where do you find it to be most intense? Is it intense for you to pull it in nice and slow? If you find yourself rushing through this, then I want you to take your exhale there. So let's go 45 more seconds. So I'm going to slow it down here. I'm going to connect mind to muscle. We're going to add the side kicks coming up. Remember not to let this leg get too high. You want to keep it right in line with your hip bone. All right, 10 seconds. We're going to add the side kick. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going to extend the leg, lift it, lower, bend it in. Yeah, so we extend, we lift, lower, bend it in. All right, keep it up, you guys. Keeping abs nice and tight here. Try not to dump all the weight into that left rib cage. Woo! This 2-pound weight starts to feel like 20 pounds in a sideline series. But I need it. All right, 20 seconds, you guys. We're going to have a pulse, and then I'll give you a little rest before we start those leg sweeps. Those are evil. If you want to speed this up, you totally can. It gets even deeper through this little sweet spot here. In 5, we're going to pulse it. 4, last 3, you can do this. 2, 1, hold the leg long, we pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, try not to let it drop lower than that hip for 5. In 4, we rest. 3, 2, 1, drop the leg. Take a rest. We're going to go into a straight leg sweep. Let's get started, you guys. 60 seconds is on. Inhale forward. Exhale back. If you feel this in the hip flexor, I want you to ditch the ankle weight. Yeah, I want you to focus on putting it all through the outside of the leg, or just cut the range of motion in half. Yeah, don't sweep all the way forward and flexing that hip, and maybe sweep it a little bit further back to stretch and extend that hip flexor. So inhale forward, exhale back. Woo. Really getting all areas of this glute. I always tend to drop my leg here, especially when I sweep back. So try to focus on keeping it nice and even. You're just gliding it on top of a table, an imaginary table. We have those circles on deck. Ooh, they hurt so bad. We're going to sweep our leg to the corner of our mat. 10 seconds. Keeping our hips stacked. In 5, 4, we start the circles. 3, 2, 1. Bring it in front of you. We're going to circle basketball size for 10. 9, 8, you guys. In 7, we reversed it. 6, last 5, keep going. 4, 3, 2, 1. Go right into it for 10. 9, we're done with our lower body. In 8, 7, 6, we rest. In 5, last 4, so good. 3, 2, 1, rest. Great job, you guys. Legs are all done. We are finishing with our ab series. So now I'm going to place both of my weights back around my wrists. So we're going to come on our back, supine position. Knees at tabletop, they're going to float right on top of your hips. Arms are going to reach straight up towards the ceiling. We are just going to warm up through our midline here, our rectus abdominis. Nothing happens with the legs. You're just going to spiral up Arms are going to follow the chest. You're going to exhale and inhale as you lower down. The arms float back up. All right, you guys, let's do a little 60-second warm up here. Keeping that imprinted spine. Exhale as you lift. Try not to shrug the shoulders. Just warming up here. If this gets to be too much on your hip flexors, just float your feet down flat to your mat. Otherwise, just keep it here. If your neck starts to get sensitive, just sweep the arms down and resist them up. All right, guys, we have 20 seconds. We're going to hold the crunch at the top. Remember to keep that tennis ball tucked beneath your chin. You don't want to strain the neck. I see this a lot when people think they should be looking up towards the ceiling. So that's going to put a lot of tension on the neck. All right, in 4, we're going to hold it at the top. 3, 2, 1. Hold it up, you guys. I want you to flip the palms up towards the ceiling. So your arms are in a low V. So you're just going to reach to the right, reach to the left, reach. Find those external obliques. Woo. Let's go 10 more each side. 10, 10, 9, 8, 7. Keep breathing. 6, 5. In 4, we take a rest. 3, 2, keep that lower back pushed into the mat. Last one, each side, and rest. Ooh, good job, you guys. From here, we're going to lift head, neck, and shoulders. Arms are going to reach out. We're going to do some snow angel arms. So we just did arms sweeping up and down. Now we're going to sweep out to the side and back by your hips. So just like you're making a snow angel in the snow, we're going to lift head, neck, and shoulders. Arms are going to reach out to the side, and you're going to exhale. Bring your arms right by the hips. So the palms start facing in towards one another. You're going to sweep it out just like your palms are facing the wall in front of you. Inhale, sweep it out. Exhale, close. Option to add the leg extension here. If you want more of a challenge, inhale and exhale. If your neck gets sensitive, rest it here for just a couple reps and then try to get right back into it. Finding those lat muscles, squeezing those armpit muscles. Let's go 10 more. For 10, 9, 8, 7. I'm going to give you another reset in 6. Last 5. Try to get those shoulder blades off the mat. We're here for 4. Last 3. You got it, you guys. 2. 1 more. And a rest. So I can turn this direction so you can see me. We're going to do a left bicep curl with a right leg extension. So similar to our bird dog, opposite arm, opposite leg, but now we are on our backs. So right arm reaches long, left arm reaches long. You're going to bend the right knee as the left arm bends. You're going to inhale, reach it long. Exhale, squeeze the bicep. Remember to squeeze that dollar bill in between your armpit. Really engage the bicep. All right, watching my time here. 60 seconds. Really use those lower abdominals, you guys, to pull that right knee in. Scooping it in. If the bicep is too much, you guys go both hands behind your head, yeah? Do whatever works for you, but try to keep up with this leg because that's what's getting into our lower abs. Inhale, reach it long. Exhale. Keep it up. 20 seconds. All right, you guys, we have next part. We have a hold. We're just going to sweep that right leg up and down, keeping your left arm long. Option to bring that hand behind the head in 5, 4, last 3, 2, 1. Leg and arm is long. You're going to exhale. Sweep the right leg up. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, sweep. Squeezing this bicep right here, you guys. Option to bring it behind the head if it's too much. Let's go 8 more. For 8, 7, in 6. We're going to keep that right leg long. In 5. You got it, you guys. 4. Last 3. Use your breath to help you. 2. We have another hold coming. 1. You're going to hold this left leg long. We're going to add a little twist here. So we're going to twist. Right elbow to left knee. Inhale, unwind. Let's go. Time more, you guys. For 10. 9. You got it. 8. Woo! 7. In 6. We rest. 5. If the leg is too much, pull it in. 4. Last 3. 2, 1, and rest. Woo. Let's go right to the other side. And then we're going to finish with a little plank dessert. My favorite. All right, now we go left hand behind the head. Left leg nice and long. Right hand is going to be right by your hip. I'm going to turn this way so you can see me. All right, so we're going to start with this bicep curl. Bend the right elbow, bend the left knee. All right, you guys, timer is on. 60 seconds. Keeping that elbow nice and tight by the rib cage. We have those 2 holds. Remember, so if you need to take a rest, just try to do it quickly. Then get right back into the movement. We are almost done, you guys. Home stretch. We didn't even mean for the first 3 workouts to be full body, but they are my favorites. So here we are. Keep it up, you guys. 20 seconds. Remember to use those lower abdominals when you're pulling this left knee in. In 5, 4, we're going to sweep the left leg up. In 3, 2, 1. Right arm, left leg nice and long. You're going to exhale, sweep it up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, sweep it up. Good. 8 more. For 8. Exhale, lift. 7. In 6, you guys, so close. 5, we're going to go for those twists. In 4, 3, let your lower abdominals do the work here. 2, 1, leg stays nice and long. We twist it up. For 10, 9, 8, keep it up, you guys. 7, in 6, we rest. 5, last 4, so good. 3, final 2, 1, and rest. All right, you guys, we are going to finish with a forearm plank, and that will be our grand finale. 60 seconds total. And we're going to start first 30 seconds rocking back and forth through our shoulders. Last 30 seconds, we're going to do alternating toe taps. Tapping from side to side. Let's get started, you guys. We are going to start on our forearms, shoulders stacked right over your elbows, and let's lift up to toes. So 60 seconds starts right here, you guys. You're just going to rock forward and exhale back. So just think about lifting up to tippy toes and then dipping your heels. Inhale forward, exhale back. Lift your hips just slightly, you guys. I don't want you to feel this through your lower back. Look, you guys, we're already 10 seconds away from our side toe taps. Keep it up in 5, 4, shoulders stay stable. 3, last 2, 1. Hold the shoulders. We're going to tap the right toes out to the side, back to center. Left toes out, Back to center. Out and center. Out and center. Try not to dump into those shoulders. 15 seconds, you guys. Almost to your finish line. Use your breath to help you. Keep it up. Last 5, 4, in 3. We catch our breath. 2, 1, and rest. Good job, you guys. That was workout number 3, another full body with your ankle weights. Great job. I will see you on your mat for workout number 4.